Terry versus Ohio is the linchpin of death and the prison state and police state that we live in the United States of America. So there's Terry versus Ohio right there. And then if you take a look, see if you take a stick, and I'll put a stick on the wall for you so you can see it yourself. That line right there is the prison complex. That's the industrial prison complex.
And can I say that's actually Joey's prison complex right there? I'm going to say that because it is, because it looks like it is, because Joey has a bad prison right there. He probably puts everyone out because he wants to just be everyone leashes together on leashes. That's what he wants to be. That's what he wants to have. He doesn't want anyone on handcuffs.
So here's Terry versus Ohio right here. The prison system in 1968 is 300,000 people. And now today, what we're looking at is over 2.5 million people. 2.5 million people in prison. And then look down that stick, and that's the year of is 1968, all the way ubiquitously down the timeline. So there's an XY axis. The X is the years, and then moving forward is the Y.
And I feel like that is Joey teaching him right now, because I feel like it's just Joey's a bad teacher right there. And he is. Because, I'm sorry if you wear hair when I'm outside, by the way. But yeah, he's a bad teacher. And he was teaching like this lady. And this lady might be smarter than him. So, let's just see what happens. Because, let's see what just happens with this bad teacher. So, let's see. Let's watch. Let's watch this video. Let's watch Lawz terrible video. Or maybe sometimes people will say it's good, but let's just see what happens. So let's react to it right now. And let's continue reacting to it. And that's a lot of people in prison. Wow, jeez.
So this is in 1968 when Terry v. Ohio passes. And then right here, this is when the prison system takes off like a rocket. When you see the police kill somebody, it's legal. It's perfectly legal. It's because of Terry versus Ohio that puts officer safety over your civil liberties. When they put officer safety over the top of your rights, that's when we lost all of our rights, Katie. That's when we lost all of our rights.
Like when you lost all your rights, Joey. That's when you lost all your rights. This lady is probably just embarrassed right now from you, because she's inside of her head. She's like, oh my gosh, this person is embarrassing. I can't understand why I had to be on this video. Get me out. Get me out. I don't want to be on this. It's Joey's disgrace. He tell me all these fake law stuff. Please get me out.
You see how that works?
Yeah.
Because there's the prison system right there. Look how low it is. So did people become more criminal, do you think, after 1968? Or do you think that the government passed laws to arrest people? This is Terry versus Ohio. And then right here, the prison population is at 300,000 people. And then Richard Nixon declares war on drugs. And then Ronald Reagan creates the for-profit prison industry. And see, the prison industry, it goes up dramatically from 300,000 up to over 400,000 to 500,000. We doubled the prison industry in Nixon's administration alone.
And this is like more like along the lines of your like stuff. So like he's like people reading books. Yeah, if you're drinking too much drugs, I mean, like taking too much drugs, that will take you to jail, because it's actually illegal if you just take drugs that your doctor didn't ask you to tell you. That's actually illegal, and it can actually hurt you. If you're drinking, that's different, because if you're drinking, that can actually make you like insane and crazy. Like, and people would be like, what the heck is he doing? Or what the heck? What's going on? Is this man? Is there something wrong with this man? Because this person probably drunk. We have to call 911 on him because he's drunk. So because if he's drunk, you got to just like call the police and saying, oh, and call the police saying, oh, this man is drunk. You have to like get him in jail, or you need to get some like doctor's help.
Double the amount of people go and live in a dungeon. So the question I asked you was, in 1968, when the prison industry starts to take off like a rocket, did people in America become more criminal, or did the government pass legislation that made laws that make people criminals?
What would the laws be? I'm lost.
The war on drugs.
Whoa, did I just hear something that she actually follows Joey Castro? What? Because she's just responding to him. I'm kind of feeling like she does. I don't know. If she does, I'll be prepared. But I don't know if she does. She doesn't. I don't know. But she's like questioning to him. Maybe she's questioning him. And so she can get his like dumb answer. Maybe that's why. Maybe she wants to get the Joey's dumb answer. It's like, okay, since I'm on video, I'm gonna say.
And also, this right now here, this Terry v. Ohio, what this allows police to do is to walk up and grab you based on their suspicion. Do you know why that was passed in 1968? See the year right here, 1968? Why do you think they passed where cops could grab you in 1968? Let me give you a clue real quick. Here's a clue. Why do you think they did that? Why do you think in 1968 they made it so that the cops could run up and grab you? Let me give you a little bigger clue here.
Of your like terrible and bad decisions of your made up laws, Joey? Probably that's why. Cause that's what you're telling her. That's my clue to you, Chewy, right there. Quick thing, I got a dog with me, just so you know. His name is Rocco. Okay, back to the reaction video.
Okay, does that help you understand why they wanted?
Because of people.
Right, they did it because they didn't want the civil rights movement to move forward. They wanted the civil rights movement to fail. That's the whole point. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the whole point. See, this is what happened right here. And so when they
think about what you're gonna say, Chewy, because you are just saying when they, and you hear that shaking my dog. You're just thinking. This is how dumb you are. This is how proof that you're not even thinking that how study you are. This is how proof that you're telling Katie her name, and it's just. That's how you telling her. You think you're just telling a student. You're a bad teacher right now. Oh my goodness, Chewy.
When they killed Martin Luther King Jr., that was the final straw. That was the final straw. That was the end of the civil rights era when Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. From there, after this happens in April of 1968, and then June 6th of 1968, Robert Kennedy was assassinated, and then on June 10th of 1968, the Supreme Court, an unelected body, passed Terry v. Ohio that puts officer safety over your rights. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So what rights do you have, Katie? What are your rights? Do you know your First Amendment rights?
First of all, Martin Luther King was telling the rights about all stuff and all skin colors, and that's what Martin Luther King was saying. And everyone, like at the same time, I feel like everyone was fighting at the time, and then they murdered him. They was like, someone murdered someone, a very good person, and they murdered it. That is just messed up. And if that was Alex Murdaugh, that would make sense. But no, it wasn't. But no, it was someone else, sadly. But then and after that, everything fell down, sadly. And that's when the world changed, sadly. And this is where Chewy DeCastro wants to make up, change to be a president. And Chewy DeCastro is gonna vote for the most caring of the year award, which he will be. So there you go. Continue on the video.
Well, you have freedom of speech. You have...
Good.
Yeah.
What else you got? What other rights do you have? I'm gonna come back here for you.
I know you have the right to bear arms. I don't know the other ones. I can't remember, but I know some of them.
So you have a Second Amendment right?
Yeah.
So just so you know, down the line here, your First Amendment's going to be based on liberty. Your right to speech, your right to press, right to assemble, petition, right to freedom of religion.
Like the freedom of God, our creator of world? Yes. God was a creator of world, and he made us. But yeah, I think Chewy thinks he was born as an alien. I think he is, because he is. Because it's terrible. And everyone will make him think, oh, he's an alien here. He's gonna be an alien. That's what happens because how bad you are in carrying, so we call it carry-on, whatever you can say it. That's what I can say. Okay, that's because it's gonna be more. Let's watch more of this cringe video by Lawz.
And then your Second Amendment right, your right to bear arms. Your right to bear arms. And then your Third Amendment right is the right not to house troops. It's not up here because it doesn't affect our civil liberties. And then your Fourth Amendment right is the right to be free in your person, houses, papers, and effects. Have you heard of that before?
Yeah.
So the Fourth Amendment's going to be right down here. You see where it says the Fourth Amendment? Because what Terry v. Ohio does is it takes away your Fourth Amendment. So if I just slide this down, it says the Fourth Amendment is the right of the people. So who's the Fourth Amendment belong to? It belongs to the people.
Which is we the people. That's what the Constitution is. The we the people of the United States of America. That's the Constitution. That would say the right beginning of the Constitution would say we the people. How simple is that? simpler. Couldn't get simpler than that anymore.
The people to be secure in their persons. To be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects.
Did you mean people? Not persons. It's people. See, you're not even using your nouns, Chewie, just Castro. You don't even know how to use nouns. What? That's insane.
Let me ask you a real easy question. If a cop pulls in behind you, does your stomach go through your throat?
I mean, sometimes, but that's just because, like, you're like, oh crap, I did something wrong. I mean, that's because, like, you sped or something.
Or you can get pulled over for speeding. Or even better, you can get, some states too, if you're pulled over to the wrong side, you can get a ticket for that. You can get 2 tickets for speeding or pulling over the wrong side. Or you could get both on some states, which is insane. Some states say it's strict. But that's the laws in other states that we have.
Okay, so you think you've done something wrong if the police are pulling you over? Is that what happens to you? How many times have you been pulled over?
I mean, not necessarily, because it has happened before. Like, if your light's out, they're trying to protect you because, like, safety hazards too. I mean.
Oh, you think they pull you over to protect you for your lights being off, or you think they're pulling over to try to give you a DWI?
I mean, no. I mean, honestly, like, I have family that's cops and stuff, and I know that the reasons aren't all like bad things. I know that a lot of the time and that's their job. I mean, and
what's their job?
To keep America safe, that's a good thing, because we need America safe from any sort of criminals or any sort of, like, murderers that comes from us. That's why we have cops and military to keep our America safe. Because all these bad people around in our world is sad. Because it's sad. We have all of these bad people in the world, which is saddening.
To take people to the dungeon? To take people to the prison system? That's their job?
Not necessarily.
But
they do it to protect you, because let's say you are drinking and driving, you could hurt someone else.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it that way.
Okay. So,
and that's your personal police. So, like, if you are drinking and driving or something, and you put like someone else's, like, you put your own locking on it and someone else's, I hope someone pulls you over, because, like, you shouldn't be doing stuff like that. That can hurt more people than just you.
What if you just happen to forgot to put your lights on?
Ooh. Okay, Joey, you wanna go there? You wanna go try and smarten this? Because I think if you try putting lights on, for me, my smartness is because if you don't have your lights on, it's illegal, I feel like. Because I don't know, but it's probably illegal. And I know I have to learn some laws, but yeah, I think it's illegal. But if you have your lights on, it would indicate that something's happening to you, or something terrible is happening to you, which is not good.
What if you just didn't put your lights on? So then you get pulled over by the police, and what's their job then? Well, after they realize you're not drinking, what is their job? Does their job end?
They tell you to turn your lights on, and then they say you can drive away.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yeah.
Yeah? How many times have you been pulled over, Katie?
I've never been pulled over, but I've been with someone who's been pulled over.
You've never been pulled over?
I haven't, no.
And you drive a car?
I've been with someone, yes, but I've been with someone who has.
Uh-huh. And how'd that go?
It went well. He was really nice about it.
The cop was really nice about it?
He just said he didn't want us to get hurt.
Okay, so let's just say, though, you don't have your lights on and you get pulled over, and the cop pulls up and he says you've been drinking. You say, no, I have not been drinking, even though you shouldn't answer any questions. But then you have not been drinking. Does his job end right there and he lets you go?
Oh my goodness. This dude's amazingly smart. Oh my gosh. And just look at this. She's winning. She's winning over Chewie. Oh my gosh. I think she is. But look at this. She's literally winning through answers that are, I think it's right. But I could be wrong. But she is giving me so many right answers in my mind. In my studying. I'm so shocked that she did it. Congratulations, Katie, for getting through Chewie's dumb school.
I mean, if you can tell if someone's.
Okay, but I'm just saying, you can tell? How can you tell?
Like, by looking at their eyes, and you can tell by the way they're talking.
Okay, perfect. So what she just said, you guys, is the definition of Terry versus Ohio. She just said it. She just nailed it. She's exactly correct. If the cop believes that you're drinking, then you're drinking.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it looks like Chewie agrees with that. Okay, does Chewie only agrees on some stuff he knows? Well, I'm okay, you Chewie and Katie. Let's see how you go and end the video. We're almost done with the reaction video, by the way. Let's see how much we can get done.
That's what Terry v. Ohio does.
No, I'm not saying that then you're drinking. I said that you can tell if someone could possibly be, and then they'll eventually do a test on you.
You're actually correct. You are correct. All it takes, because of Terry versus Ohio, is the cop to believe that you've been drinking, even if you haven't been. You can take a breathalyzer, and if he still believes you've been drinking, then you can still be arrested for DUI. Did you know that? Did you know that?
No, but it also doesn't mean I'm gonna believe you, Chewie, what you just said. It doesn't mean I'm gonna believe you right there. It's just saying I didn't know that, what you're gonna say, but I still don't think that's true at all with you, Chewie, at all.
You can still be arrested.
Yes.
No, because they have to do a test on you. They have to do a breathalyzer test and all that.
Let me say it to you again, Katie. You're super cute. I just adore you. But let me just tell you the truth. If the cop is reasonably suspicious that you've been drinking, and you do not, and you take a breathalyzer and it blows 0, you can still be arrested for DUI. Did you know that? In your head, you can't compute that, can you? You literally are going, that's just not true, aren't you? In your head, I mean, just to be honest. And I don't mind, you can say it. In your mind, you're saying if I blew on the straw and it blew 0, that he has to let me go. Is that correct?
No, Joey, it's not correct. I was wrong.
She has to face the fact that the people who are law enforcement are her family, and that they arrest people based on their suspicion, based on Terry versus Ohio.
What is this music? This is so funny. You make a video with music in your outro to be like, it's another cringe thing. It's another cringe music. That's so bad. What am I gonna say? Chewie 0 and KD 1. Because Chewie gets everything wrong, even though he sometimes agrees because he just learned something from Katie. And that was a 17-minute reaction video by me. Like, no way. If you enjoyed this video, if you didn't, make sure to like, comment down below, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you enjoyed that video. And see you next time if I make